This is Jarrod Horak, and in this video, I'm going to analyze the Arkansas Derby at Oaklawn on Saturday, March 29th. I'm 6 for 28 on my Road to the Derby video series with 5 runner-up finishes and 3 show finishes. I also post Kentucky Oaks videos each week on my Road to the Oaks video series, and I'm 11 for 25 with 4 runner-up finishes and 4 show finishes on the Road to the Oaks. And in addition to the Santa Anita full cards that I offer each day, I have a couple bonus full cards this week. I'm going to be offering full cards for the 14-race Arkansas Derby Day program at Oaklawn and the 14-race Florida Derby Day program at Oaklawn Park on Saturday, March 29th. You can purchase my full cards individually, or you can purchase the Gulfstream and Oaklawn cards together as part of my weekly Saturday special for $16. So go to the runawayhorse.com on my shop page to pre-purchase those cards now. I will email those cards out when analysis is complete later in the week, and I send out my full cards 1 to 2 days before race day. I recently debuted a new product on my website, my Kentucky Derby Prep Race package. If you get that package, you will get my analysis and wagering strategies for all of the remaining Kentucky Derby points races, my Kentucky Derby weekly reports, and my Kentucky Derby Day full card at Churchill on the first Saturday in May. I'm going to be doing my annual Triple Crown Series full cards just like I do each year. And I'm going to be doing a Kentucky Oaks Day full card later this spring at Churchill as well. So go to the runawayhorse.com on my shop page if you're interested in any of my products. And the early weather forecast for March 29th at Oaklawn calls for a 25% chance of light rain with a high temperature of 75. Now we'll meet the field for the Arkansas Derby, and I will give out my contenders from last to first. It will be the 13th race at Oaklawn, the Grade 1 $1.5 million Arkansas Derby, 3-year-olds, 1 1/8 on the main track, scheduled post time 7:48 p.m. Eastern Time. Brereton's Baytown is number 1. He'll be a long shot in here. He was 188 to 1 in the Rebel Stakes. He finished 8th in that 13-horse field. Number 2 is First Division for Kenny McPeek and Brian Hernandez Jr. He missed by a head in his last dirt route attempt at Oaklawn. Number 3, Publisher, is still a maiden for trainer Steve Asmussen. Flavien Prat is aboard. Prat rode this one last time in the Rebel Stakes. He ended up finishing 4th. He's putting blinkers on. Number 4 is Bestfriend Rocket for trainer Wayne Lukas, and Nick Juarez is aboard. Juarez rode this one to victory last time at Oaklawn. And his start prior to that, mile and a 16th in the slop at Laurel, he won that as well. Number 5, Speed King for trainer Rod Moquette. Rafael Bejarano is aboard. Now this one did win the Southwest Stakes going wire to wire a couple starts back, but then in the Rebel Stakes he was no threat. Number 6 is Sandman for trainer Mark Casse. Jose Ortiz is aboard. He rallied to finish 3rd in the Rebel last time. Monet's Magic is next for trainer Ben Colebrook. Luan Machado, his winning rider, gets back aboard. He was 5th in the Southwest in his last start. Cole Battle, number 8 for trainer Lonnie Briley. And Juan Vargas is aboard, his winning rider. He won his last 4 stake starts. His last 3 races were Kentucky Derby points races. Number 9, Cornucopian for trainer Bob Baffert. John Velasquez is aboard. He won his debut February 23rd, 6 furlongs at Oaklawn Park, going wire to wire, and he's going to stretch out in his 2nd career start and take on Stakes Company. Now we'll go last to first in this Arkansas Derby. The horse that I picked to finish 9th and last is the 1, Brereton's Baytown. Now this horse is 2 for 10 overall. Both of his victories were wet track scores. He was 8th in that 13-horse field in the Rebel Stakes last time out. He was beaten 11 lengths, and I did say he was 188 to 1. So we'll see what kind of odds he's going to be. He's going to be a big number in here. He would have to. It would be a huge surprise, obviously, if he would get the job done. The horse that I picked to finish 8th is the 2, First Division, and this one did win his 6 furlong debut. And then he stretched out. It was a 6-horse field in his 2nd start, and he ended up finishing 3rd that day. And then he rallied to miss by a head last time out, mile and a 16th at Oaklawn, optional claiming company on March 2nd. So he is slowly getting faster, but he's definitely going to have to get much faster to compete with this group. The horse that I picked to finish 7th is the 4, Bestfriend Rocket. Now this one is 3 for 4 in his last 4 starts, so he's been doing well recently. Now, he did end his 2024 campaign with a win. He was the favorite for trainer Brittany Russell at Laurel Park. Then he moved to the Wayne Lukas barn, and he scored by a head. He defeated First Division on March 2nd. I mentioned First Division. I picked to finish 8th in here, so now Bestfriend Rocket I'm picking to finish 7th. He finished in front of that one before. Maybe he will again. But he's going to have to go much better to defeat this kind of field. So they paid $575,000 for this Curlin colt, and he did get his best number last time out, but he's going to need to take a couple steps forward probably to threaten this group. The horse that I picked to finish 6th is the 7, Monet's Magic. Now this one did rally to win a maiden special weight route at Oaklawn and an optional claiming route at Oaklawn in November and December. So he's been doing well in those races anyway. And then he was 44-1. That was the Rebel Stakes last time out. And he did end up finishing 5th in that 9-horse field. He was beaten 5 1/4 lengths. So I think he probably overperformed a bit in the Rebel. He was 44-1. He was only beaten 5 lengths. Not a bad effort. And he is going to be reuniting with his winning rider, Luan Machado. I could see him running at least as well as he did last time. The horse that I picked to finish 5th, that's number 5, Speed King, and he should be all over the pace in here. And he did set the pace in his first 3 starts. That's probably the key to his success, because in all of those races he ran well. He wired the field in his 6 furlong debut. He was second best behind Coal Battle in the Springboard Mile, and then he wired the field in the Grade 3 Southwest Stakes. Last time he didn't run well, and he didn't get the lead that day. He stalked wide from post 10, and he ended up finishing 10th in a 13-horse field, beaten 15 lengths in the Rebel Stakes. So now he has back-to-back bullet workouts for this, and his winning rider, Rafael Bejarano, I'm looking for him to get aggressive in here. Because as I said, he ran well when he took out the lead in his first 3 starts. He didn't run well when he was not able to get the lead last time. So they almost have to send him out of there. The horse that I picked to finish 4th is the 3, Publisher. Now this horse is a maiden through 6 starts with 4 underneath finishes. Now he did have a troubled trip, and he was unplaced in the Grade 3 Southwest Stakes. He was 53-1 on January 25th. And then last time, again, he didn't have the greatest trip. He was squeezed early, and he did run on to finish 4th in that 13-horse field Rebel Stakes. So he does add blinkers, and Flavien Prat knows him now after riding him last time. He's going to try to get involved from off the pace. Well, he paid a lot for this American Pharaoh colt, $600,000, and we'll see what he can do in here. I'm not really sure he's going to break his maiden in this spot, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was able to pick up a minor award. The horse that I picked to finish 3rd is the 8, Coal Battle. He's just so consistent. He won his last 4 stake starts. And as I said, 3 of those, his last 3 races were Kentucky Derby points races. He won the Springboard Mile, the Smarty Jones, and the Rebel Stakes. And he's versatile. He's allowed to adapt to different race shapes like he did in the Smarty Jones when it was a slow early event. He was able to be right up on the pace that day. In the Rebel, he sat behind 4 speed horses, and then the Springboard Mile, he rallied from off the pace. And this one, he does offer value as well. He was 11-1, 9-2, and 6-1 in his last 3 stakes victories. And I just thought last time, though, he got the right trip. He had the inside post. 4 horses were right up on the pace, and he sat in 5th behind those 4, got the jump on the deeper closers, and he was able to win that race. Now we're going to see what kind of trip he pulls from an outer post this time. The horse that I picked to finish 2nd is the morning line favorite in here, the 9, Cornucopian. And he has some things to overcome, but obviously he has a lot of ability, at least based on that debut. Because in that debut, February 23rd on the Rebel Stakes undercard, he battled on the pace. He was the strong favorite, and he really just toyed with his rivals. That was a fast race at 6 furlongs, so that was a good effort. And for this one, Baffert is definitely giving him a stern test in here as he stretches out and tries a graded route in just his 2nd career start. They did pay a lot for this one, $1.1 million. Into Mischief is the sire, so he's got a strong pedigree. I'm not thinking that the distance is really going to do him in. It's just a question: is he ready to run this distance against this kind of company in just his 2nd career start after just 1 sprint race? But John Velasquez should put him in the race early. He's got the outside post. I think that's a good draw for him. He's inexperienced, and he can get out there and be right up on the pace. He did have a 6 furlong bullet for this on March 17th. There's no doubt he's all upside. He's just got a lot of raw ability, and I wouldn't be surprised if he was able to win. But I also wouldn't be surprised if he got into a speed duel in here. Speed King is a horse that I said he wants to be up on the pace. Cornucopian's coming out of a 6 furlong maiden win where he was all over the pace. So I can see those 2 horses at least setting legitimate fractions in here. And for his trainer, Bob Baffert, he settled the winner of this race 5 times. including Bodemeister in 2012, Triple Crown winner American Pharoah in 2015, and then last year Muth won this race for Baffert. And my top choice is going to be the 6, Sandman. He just seems to be knocking on the door in the stakes ranks, and maybe he can break it down and get the job done in this stakes race. Now, he was 3rd in the Grade 3 Street Scent Stakes as a 2-year-old. He was a troubled 2nd in the Grade 3 Southwest Stakes. That's a race he could have won. Blew the break, made a big run from off the pace and missed by a length. And then he was 3rd in the Rebel Stakes last time out, rallying from off the pace. And he did gallop out in front in that event. So I thought that that was a good effort, which basically shows galloping out like that he's going to want more ground, and he runs like he wants more ground as well. So I think the added ground of this race is going to help him. And I think he can win this race if he can get a clean closing trip and some pace to chase. And I think he will get some pace to chase with Cornucopian in here and Speed King. It's almost guaranteed that we're going to have at least honest fractions, and the added ground could help him. So Jose Ortiz is going to ride. Mark Casse, this one is a Tapit Colt, $1.2 million purchase, and he's been in good form this year. He's earned his best number yet in the Rebel Stakes last time out, and maybe he can break through and finally get that stakes victory. He's been running well in the stakes ranks, added ground, honest pace, clean closing trip. Maybe he can get the job done. We'll see if that's the case. The Sandman over number 9, Cornucopian, with number 8, Coal Battle in 3rd, and the 4, Publisher 4th, rounding out my top 4 in this Arkansas Derby. So if you want a free pick each day, go over to therunawayhorse.com and click on the Better Bets blog tab at the top of my homepage. You can get a free pick from around the country each day. And like, comment, and share these videos if you like them. Subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. It's free to subscribe. And that'll wrap up this video. I actually post horse racing videos on my channel each week. A lot of videos this week on the road to the Derby and Oaks. So keep checking my channel each day. I'm going to have a new video up each day. And until I see you next time, good luck at the races.